Hello, it is Fabian Williams, marriage and family therapist and licensed professional counselor with Life Anew and our Cheaters Never Win series, the 4 R's of infidelity. And this one is for the offender. Who knew I would be talking about another series? I'm loving this, even if no one watches it, even if only my 8 followers, well, maybe they're up to 10 now, 10 followers watch it. If you are here, you enjoy it, please hit the like, subscribe, follow, all of that good stuff. Even if you don't enjoy it, do that for me. Do it for me, okay? My followers are lonely. I keep saying that. Anyway, so today I want to talk to the offender. I am not here to beat you up. Did you hear me? I said I am not here to beat you up. That is not my job. People cheat. That's what they do. I have statistics from the Institute of Family Studies. It's old, but it's still good. I mean, it's still valid. I think it has increased and not decreased. But in 2016, this statistic stated that 20% of men and 13% of women have admitted to cheating. Remember, this is a deceptive population. So that's only the ones who admit it. What about the people who don't admit it? What about the people that weren't surveyed? Although there were, I think, 13,000, 14,000. We talked about this before, but I just wanted to put that out there first. I am not here to beat you up. I'm here to talk about if you want to do some level of rehabilitation for your marriage. There are 4 R's that I've come up with. I don't know that they're exhaustive. However, I know that they help with the couples that I work with. So they are remorse, responsibility, removal, and rebuilding, right? I'm going to talk about remorse, responsibility, and removal. Rebuilding, I'm going to probably do in another video because that is for both you and your significant other. So remorse, let's start with that. First thing is remorse is walking in that other person's shoes. It is acknowledging their pain, acknowledging what you have caused, because you have caused this. You made a choice and you caused it. It wasn't, yeah. So acknowledging and accepting their pain, accepting their emotion, accepting their reaction to it. Not saying you need to get over this. We talked about this already. When you going to finally get, all of those things. So sharing openly and honestly helps with the healing. We have found that many people who have been offended fall into PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms. So it is a major betrayal. It is an betrayal because they've let you into their heart, into that space. So remorse is the first thing. Showing remorse is important. Practicing that remorse, even when you don't want to. To rebuild your relationship, you have to show some level of remorse. Next thing, responsibility. It is not your partner's fault. I don't care if he never put gas in your car. I don't care if she never did the dishes. I don't care what that person did. It is not that person's fault. It is a choice you made. Yeah, you can be angry and sin not. You can throw things. Don't throw things. Let me retract that real quickly. But you can be very angry, and you don't have to end up in a cheating relationship, even if it means that you are in a sexless marriage or anything like that. Those are things you get help for with a counselor. So this is not your partner's fault. Take accountability for the choice that you made. This is not a beat up. This is a be real. Be real with yourself that this is a choice that you made. Also be repentant. Repentant is important. Being sorry, not just remorseful, but I am truly, truly sorry. And repentance comes with seeing what you've done, feeling the remorse, and then turning and doing something different, never doing that again. So that means working on you. The next step in there is working on you, going to counseling, getting that help, getting that accountability partner, whatever it means. Working on you is important because this is a choice that you made. Why did I make that choice? Is it my family of origin? Everybody cheated? Is it whatever? Whatever the reason. Is it that she made me so angry? He never romances me, blah, 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 whatever. There is a reason. Getting to that reason is important. Responsibility also looks like accepting the consequence. And that is a hard one. Many people don't want to accept the consequence from their spouse because they feel like there is a time limit on healing. You should be healed by now. No, if she is still saying you need to be apologetic, blah, 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 you need to be apologetic. My supervisor, Amy, often says it's like pouring red paint on a white wall and allowing your significant other, allowing the offended to tell you how to clean it up. despite the fact that you may know how to clean it up. It is their opportunity to take back control from the betrayal that they've experienced and the pain that they're walking in, to be able to say, this is how we're going to do that. And sometimes they don't know. So giving them the time to figure it out, the time to close that open, gaping wound, and figure out how you guys are going to rebuild, if you're going to rebuild. That's the other thing. So that's why working on you is important, because they may leave and they get that option. If your spouse decides that this is not for them, they're not the one who's going to get over infidelity and you guys stay together, then you have to deal with you. You are the only you that you're going to be with for the rest of your life. All right, so then removal. The last one is removal, block. Put that block on lock. Ooh, block on lock, block on. Okay, sorry. You want to block that individual, that entity, that website, that whatever drew you outside of your marriage, you want to put that on block. Turn on those filters. What is it? Covenant eyes and all those other things, whatever that may be. Delete your access to this individual, to this entity, to this site, to this whatever. Remove the numbers, remove the email address, remove any access. If it was your cousin's best friend's sister, then you don't go over their house anymore if you know the cousin's best friend's sister's going to be there. All right, I'm being silly. I'm sorry. Okay, this is serious. Also, being cautious with the opposite sex or whatever your dynamic, the dynamic of your relationship looks like. Being cautious around other people. If this is something you could not do in the presence of your spouse, don't do it outside their presence. Sometimes the little flirtations. Oh, if I wasn't married. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Whatever those things look like. I'm checking the time just to make sure I'm not over time. Removal. Oh, removal from sites. I didn't think I would have to say this, but I gotta say it. Removal from dating sites. Why are 25% of the people on Tinder married? Please, somebody enlighten me. If you are on a dating site, if you are on any type of site that is out there looking for other relationships, what's the one? There's a one site, and I'm not going to name it because I don't want to give them any advertising, but there's one site that is designed for people to cheat. What is that all about? Get yourself off of there and don't ever go back. If you want to rebuild your marriage, if you want to rebuild you as a human, if you want to take away the deception, the deceptive nature that you have fallen into because of this incident, remove yourself from those sites. And last but not least, the last step is rebuilding. And rebuilding looks like, the key to rebuilding looks like marriage counseling. Marriage counseling is number one. There are other things in the rebuilding process. One of them, I always tell my couples that you are divorcing. You will never restore the level of trust that you had before this betrayal. It may be different. You may be able to make it, I don't want to say better, but you may be able to create a new relationship, but you have to divorce that previous thing, that previous situation, that previous memories, all of that stuff. You have to divorce that. So that means you are starting afresh. This is a new relationship. I had one couple, funny story. I told them they are divorced today. I declare you divorced. And this is not, you're not going to a courthouse or anything like that. I'm just saying, for the moment, you are divorcing mentally to get back together with a new relationship. And the wife was cheated on. The wife was the offended. And she said, oh, no. We ain't getting back together. You got to win me back. So, oh, okay. So taking on that scenario, and it was a healthy banter back and forth between the two of them because they had already agreed to rebuild. So with that, divorcing that previous, what you had, and making this new thing going forward as this new person that is no longer going to live in deception. And marriage counseling, seeing the good. John Gottman talks about seeing the good in your spouse, documenting it, calling it out, all of those things. And also being willing to do whatever they say, sharing openly and honestly, opening your phone, taking off passwords, all of that stuff. You need to be accountable for this stuff. You need to become the open book. So, offenders, you are not a bad person. You made a bad choice. Please remember that. But at the same time, you have work to do to help your partner to heal. Again, I am Fabian Williams, marriage and family therapist with Life Anew. www.marriageandfamilytherapy.com. If you find that you want to work on your marriage, I am a licensed professional counselor as well, and I am available. So please reach out. Have a blessed and beautiful day.